every year. More than 7.3 million pounds of crocodile and 4 billion goose feathers are harvested. Million mink provide their soft fur for the world's luxury fashion brand. What's more, over 2.8 premium and cozy clothing. In today's video, we'll uncover the fascinating. These processes not only generate massive economic value, but they also require exceptional skills from farmers. Secrets behind these incredible products. Here, over 2,000 pounds of crocodile meat are harvested in electric pickup trucks. We're at a crocodile meat processing factory in China and processed daily. That's more meat than the weight of 10. When crocodiles reach a weight of 157 to 218 pounds, but also crocodile skins from this facility are exported worldwide, becoming raw materials for high-end fashion products. What's fascinating is that not just to bring each crocodile to the factory, they're ready for harvest. At this point, both the meat and skin value are at their peak. Farmers must conduct regular health checks and carefully assess the conditions of their skins. Inside the factory, the slaughtering process is carried out with precision. The crocodile tail, often called the best, workers start by separating the meat into specific cuts. Is priced at around $30 a pound, mostly to local markets. Double the cost of tenderloin beef. Meanwhile, the back and legs, which are more common, are typically sold for $12.40 a pound. The skins are then sent to the next process, the tanning stage, where workers meticulously treat them in order to ensure top quality. Each skin is cleaned and inspected by hand to remove any imperfections. After the meat is processed, the work on the crocodile skins begins immediately. They transform into luxury products like handbags, which can, when these skins reach fashion designers, with larger, flawless pieces exceeding $600. Each crocodile skin is priced between $343 and $479. It all starts with crocodile eggs, usually collected during the breeding season from May till August, for up to $15,000. Each small egg weighing. But where does this journey really begin? After collection, the eggs are placed in incubators at around 88.9 to 91.3 Fahrenheit. 0.3 pounds can be worth up to $20 a piece. Temperature and humidity are carefully controlled. Around 70 to 74 days later, this ensures a hatch rate of over 89%. And with humidity in the 82.5 to 89.7% range. Baby crocodiles weighing just 0.48 of a pound begin their lives. For the first few months, they're carefully raised in controlled areas that simulate semi-natural environments. Later, as they grow larger, they're moved to bigger with optimal water temperatures and lighting. Fresh fish, chicken, and protein-rich byproduct. Each crocodile consumes an average of 5 to 5.1 pounds of food daily. Their diet is diverse, consistent, and deliver high economic value. Enough time for crocodiles to reach commercial. The farming process takes 29 to 35 months. This entire process not only produces, balancing out the ecosystem. Let's say goodbye to the wild crocodile products, but also helps to reduce the pressure on wild crocodile population and reduce over 1.2 pounds of feathers annually. and step into a calmer world. Geese roaming across green fields. Did you know that each goose trade? Let's uncover how these farms. But before we dive into the white gold in the fashion industry, was goose meat, a delicacy beloved globally. Typically harvested after 16 to 20 weeks of rearing. By then, they have reached an ideal weight of 8.3 to produce the finest goose meat, 0.6 pounds, in country and meet strict international standards. Like Hungary and France, the slaughtering process is carried out meticulously to ensure the highest meat quality, and the meat is sorted into premium cuts. Goose breast, often called the starches like foie gras, is priced between 18. Each goose is carefully bought a pound in local markets. In France, meanwhile, legs and wings, more common cuts, are sold for around $12.6 and $22.6 per pound at high-end restaurants. Are often raised under specialized conditions for foie gras production than that of regular meat. A product with an economic value far, but meat isn't everything. Feathers are the real white gold of this industry. For harvest annually, amounting to an average of 1.2 pounds of feathers per 5.4 ounces of feathers per harvest, with a mature goose can yield per year. Among all types of feathers, breast, the best time to makes up less than 15% of the total harvest, but is the most valuable. Feathers is in spring or early summer, when they're at their softest and most durable. Hungary and China dominate the global feathers or sleeping bags. This is used in luxury coats. Prices for this type range from between $65 to $85 a pound, nearly double that of regular feathers. The answer lies in their rearing condition. So what makes goose meat and feathers stand out in terms of quality? Market, supplying over 80% of premium goose feathers sold in. Each goose is raised in a spacious environment, averaging out of grains and fresh grass. Geese consume around 0.6 pounds of food per day, which ensures flavorful meat and evenly developed feathers. 0.7 square feet per bird. They are also fed a nut thanks to the combined value of both meat. The cost of raising a ranges from 11.3 to 14.5 per bird, but the returns are often 2.5 to 3 times higher. Every year, over 2.1 million mink feathers. Let's move on from the green pastures of geese to a smaller yet equally valuable animal, the mink. Winter, when the mink's coat is at its thickest, mink fur is considered one of the most luxurious materials in the fashion world. The harvesting process begins in late fall on specialized farms across Europe, North America, and China. 4 to 1.8 square feet of fur and softest, thanks to its natural position for cold weather. A mink can produce around 1 at mink farms in Scandinavia, which account depending on its size and coat quality. 60% of the world's mink fur production, millions of mink are raised. The fur is cleaned and sorted by color, smoothness, and density, tested each year to supply the luxury market. Immediately after harvesting, flawless mink pelts can sell for $90 to $120 per piece. High-end mink products, such as shawls, can reach prices of up to $50 or slightly flawed pelts are sold at low dollars per item on the international market. fur is the primary product, mink meat also has high economic value, especially in Northern Europe and Asian markets. Mink are typically raised for 8 months, reaching an average weight of 3 to 4.7 pounds before low in fat is often turned into local delicacies. Mink meat, rich in protein, harvested. The slaughter process is quick to ensure fresh meat that meets food safety standards. Prices for mink meat range from $8 to $12 per pound, given during their rearing process. Mink are raised. What sets mink fur and meat apart is the careful attention, and are often served in traditional restaurants. Depending on the cut and market, the thighs and back are the most sought after Fahrenheit to ensure thick, shiny fur. Each mink is housed in individual climate-controlled environments, maintaining a temperature between 50 to 68, ensuring rapid growth and maintaining their silky coat. Age covering around 3.5. Their diet includes a special mix of fish, meat, and grain feed to provide sufficient space for movement. On average, a mink consumes around 0.7 pounds of food per day, with the cost of raising each mink ranging from 20.5 to 28 the price, thanks to their premium quality of their fur and meat in US dollars. However, the value generated by each mink can be 4.5. From the wild crocodile ingenuity of agriculture. These seemingly ordinary products carry immense economic value, and geese grazing peacefully in open fields to the minks with their silky fur. All of these highlight the meticulous care can be transformed into something extraordinary. This demonstrates that with the skillful hands of farmers, contributing to both global cuisine and high-end fashion. North America. Compared to other meats, venison contains up to 50% less. In New Zealand, annual venison production exceeds 45 million pounds, with more than 90% of it exported to Europe, making it an ideal choice of the global demand. This is equivalent. China leads the world in velvet action, supplying over 70% of those pursuing a healthy diet. These numbers are not just impressive, they highlight a promising and rapidly such a unique choice. And how does the farming and processing industry? But what makes venison more than 10 million pounds annually? Here differ from other livestock industries. In the deer farming industry, selecting the right breed is considered the foundation that determines both meat quality and economic efficiency. Let's uncover the answers. Globally, 3 main breeds are widely farmed. The red deer, a symbol of vast grasslands of Europe and New Zealand. Red deer, white-tailed deer, and sika deer stands out for its large size, high meat. The white-tailed deer predominantly raised in the US. A fully grown red deer in New Zealand can reach a weight of 330 pounds and exceptional adaptability to harsh natural environments, roughly the weight of a small grand piano. Is renowned for its strong reproductive performance and resilience to cold climates. Have a 95% survival rate through. White-tailed deer herds in Minnesota and China is highly valued for its superior velvet, more than double the normal rate. A single doe can produce an average of 2 to 3 fawns annually, contributing to rapid herd growth. Meanwhile, the sika deer, favoured in nutrients compared to red deer velvet, making it a top choice in pharmaceutical industry quality. The velvet from this is not only finer and shinier, but also contains 20% effort and meticulous attention from farmers. Every morning, in New Zealand, farmers spend at least 4 hours of each day inspecting and caring for the herds. Caring for a herd of deer requires for the deer's sensitive digestive system, short enough to be easily chewed while retaining essential nutrients and transporting it from the fields to the enclosures. Grass-fed to deer must be cut at an ideal length of 8 to 10 inches. Farmers begin by inspecting the quality of fresh grass. Before grass, farmers supplement the diet with dry hay. A fully grown deer consumes an average of 9 to 11 pounds of fresh grass daily, roughly the weight of a standard bowl. In addition, to promote strong bones and healthy velvet antlers, grains and minerals like calcium and phosphorus. Besides nutritionists maintaining clean and secure enclosures, each morning farmers clean manure and disinfect the enclosures to maintain a sanitary environment. Also plays a crucial role in reducing veterinary costs, with potential savings of up to 20% when living conditions are properly managed. Environmental hazards. Inspect fences, repairing or replacing damaged sections to protect deer from wildlife. Space allocation is another critical factor. Weekly, farmers each deer is allocated between 1,600 in ensuring health and productivity. On Wisconsin farms in the US, 2,150 square feet of space, the size of a small basketball court. This space often drops to around 1,300 square feet per deer. So how can one ensure that antler, velvet and venison are requiring farmers to optimize space management efficiently? However, in China, where land costs are far higher, the answer lies in the strict US Department of Agriculture standards to optimal quality when delivered to customers. This is how deer processing looks in a processing plant in hygiene and humane harvesting. Then the deer carcasses are cut into different sellable parts. First, the deer is skinned and torched to remove hair completely. A fully grown deer can provide an average of 60 to 80. In New Zealand, one of the leading pounds of clean meat, enough to make 320. Hides are the secondary product they get from this processing line. Sized burgers, pickup trucks. This accounts for 20% of the global market, 16.5 million pounds, equivalent to the weight of 1,000 in deer farming. Annual venison exports antler harvesting process demands a high level of professionalism. If venison harvesting focuses on maximizing productivity and yield, cementing the country's position as a leader in venison production and processing. First, farmers use anesthesia. Then, the velvet antlers are careful to secure deer in a safe place without causing them too much stress. Using specialized tools. This ensures the animals experience immediate no pain or damage to the developing tissue. Finally, the deer is returned to continue living. After removal, the velvet is transferred to cold storage, ensuring the highest quality for export markets. Maintain its freshness. In New Zealand, velvet antlers are harvested and packaged within 2 hours of harvest. Velvet antlers are typically harvested in the spring, the ideal time when they reach lengths. A mature deer can produce an average of 2 to 3 pounds of velvet, 10 to 12 inches, about the same as a standard wine bottle annually. generating an income of $400 to $600. This amount is roughly equivalent to the weekly operating costs of a small farm, underscoring the exceptional economic value of this product. On the international market, each harvest yields thousands of pounds of velvet ant, accounting for over 70% of global output, with the majority originating in large farms in Heilongjiang province. China leads the world in velvet antler production and health supplements worldwide. Harvesting is only the first step. For deer antlers, factories often dry and then package them for export mainly to China, sufficient to supply manufacturers of Korea and Japan. The global export value of velvet antlers now exceeds $1 billion, with China accounting for 70% of global production. For venison, they are flash frozen at -40 degrees Fahrenheit to produce 16 million birds. Its deep freezing technology. In Canada, a modern processing facility can handle over 5,000 deer annually, providing to preserve their freshness, ensuring the meat maintains its quality for up to 12 months. These products meet export standards to over 50. Why is venison so highly regarded? Compared to beef, venison contains upries, with the largest markets being Europe and North America levels, making it an ideal while containing only 2 grams of fat, significantly lower than chicken or 50% less fat, and offers superior price for those pursuing a healthy lifestyle. A 3.5 ounce serving of venison provides approximately 26 grams of protein. High protein makes venison a favorite amongst health-conscious consumers worldwide. Venison processing across the globe. This combination of low fat. In Europe, venison is deeply rooted in culinary tradition, often featured in French-style venison stew. Innovation and market-specific adaptations showcases a unique combination of tradition and German-style venison roast, staple in gourmet burgers. In the United States, venison has been created by clean-eating enthusiasts, or even venison sushi. In New Zealand, venison takes on a festive dining. Restaurants have also embraced it in creative dishes like venison carpaccio, steak with red wine sauce, and hides into pet food and organic fertilizer, with venison farms recycling byproducts, with smoked venison emerging as a delicacy during celebration. The country also leads in sustainability as both a culinary delicacy and a functional food. In Asia, venison serves a dual purpose, reducing waste significantly. In China, it is often paired with signature dishes like hot pot and grilled skin, particularly popular during festivals. Herbs in slow-cooked soups believed to rejuvenate the body. In Vietnam, venison is transformed. These delicacies are often paired with locally sourced wines and cheeses. In Canada, venison has found a niche in artisanal charcuterie, with products like venison salami and cured sausages gaining popularity and family gatherings, creating a uniquely Canadian quality or medicinal uses experience. Whether focusing on artisanal methods and agricultural innovation, approach highlights venison's versatility and global appeal, turning this prized meat into a symbol of culinary